So here's the question. Are you ready for trivia night? If so, stay tuned to the video because I'm going to show you the books, at least some of them, that are going to be given away as part of trivia night. And if you want to know the details of when trivia night will be held, be certain to check out the details in the description of this video. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to the preview of Trivia Night. In this video, I am going to show you a couple of the books that are going to be given away as part of the upcoming Trivia Night. If you haven't yet participated in Trivia Night, let me give you a quick rundown of how it all works, and then I'll show the books. The way that Trivia Night works is, first of all, it may not actually happen at night. It may actually happen during the day. And again, check out the description for all the details of when Trivia Night will actually be held. But the way that it works is I basically have a handful of questions that I will throw out to a live audience. And so you definitely have to be in the room in order to participate in Trivia Night and also to win. So I throw out a handful of questions to the audience and allow you to basically respond. And the first person that gives me a correct response to the question that I'm asking is actually able to pick a couple of books that I basically give away for free. Shout out to our sponsor, Vika, for actually putting us in a position where we can actually go out and buy these books and then ultimately give them away to you guys. But if you are able to answer the question correctly, you get to pick 2 books from the stack of books that I have set aside. Some of the books I'll be showing you in this video, some of the books will be a mystery. And so you'll have to decide, do you pick 2 known books or do you go with an unknown book? You always have to pick at least one known book, and then you can decide for your second whether you go with a mystery book or not. That's totally your call. A lot of people assume that the mystery books are the better books. That may or may not be a safe assumption. I like to spread the wealth around, and so sometimes the nice books will be mystery books, sometimes they won't be, and that's what makes it a mystery and also a little fun. But you basically get to pick 2 books from the stack, and then if you are able to answer a question correctly, we ask that you stay in the room to continue to participate as a viewer, but not necessarily as someone that is going to continue answering questions, because you can only win one time per trivia night. That way we're able to spread the love, spread the books around to more of the comic book community. One caveat that I'm going to add here is that lag is a real thing. So on your side, on your screen, you may actually see your response first. I unfortunately can't control how YouTube manages things. And so what I do is I basically give the prize to the first response that I actually see on my screen, which again, may or may not match what you actually see. So lag is a real thing. And I've actually explored different ways to manage Trivia Night. I've looked at different technologies, different types of solutions. And to be honest with you, they work, but then they also introduce more points of failure, and they actually reduce certain people's ability to actually participate because they're only available on certain platforms like PC or Mac, but not on both. So lag is a real thing, and I just want to kind of tee that up for everybody that we are here doing Trivia Night because we are trying to have some fun. Just so hopefully everybody remembers that. The other big thing is that we ask that you be a resident of the US or Canada, or you have a mailing address in the US. That way we actually cut down on shipping costs, and we can actually give away more books as a result of not burning up money to ship books out of the country. So I think that by and large is basically all of the details that I want to provide you guys. So let me show you some of the books. And one thing that you want to make note of as you're watching this video is you want to write down the numbers that are on the tape that you'll see in the lower right hand corner of each one of the books. So if you are able to answer one of the questions correctly, very quickly I'm going to ask you which 2 books do you want, and you'll tell me a number or a letter because the mystery books will be by letters. You tell me that, I write it down, I set those 2 books aside. So if you have a list in front of you as a participant of all the books that you're interested in, I don't have to keep showing all of the books throughout the night. We can actually go much faster through the process if you actually have a prioritized list of the books that you want and you're tracking them as the game goes on. So the very first book that I have here is Detective Comics number 608. And this is book number 1. And I should also mention that some of these books that I'll be showing you are actually donated books. Can I remember every single person who donated, but shout out to you if you did donate. So this is Detective Comics, and this is book number 1. The next book is a really cool book, I think. I actually picked this one up when I was traveling recently. This is the all-new $6 Million Man. This is issue number 5. But it's book number 2. Really cool cover here. And I want to say that the $6 Million Man comic is now back. So definitely a cool book. Next up, this was a hot book a couple of weeks ago. I'm honestly not sure if it's still hot, but I picked it up as part of the trivia night. This is The Walking Dead number 192. This is book number 3. Definitely a cool book there. Next up, Commandy number 5. And this is book number 4. Definitely some cool stuff here. Some Kirby magic right there. Next up, we have some Liefeld magic. This is X-Force number 4, book number 5. Another cool book here. Little horizontal action there. So we'll set that one aside. Next up is another X-Force book. This is X-Force number 2. And I want to say that this is the second appearance of Deadpool. This is book number 6. Next up, we have a ASM 307 featuring the Chameleon. And this is book number 7. Next up, another ASM book. This is book number 8. This is Amazing Spider-Man Annual. This is annual number 23. Again, book number 8. Next, another Amazing Spider-Man. I promise that there's something else in here besides Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 81. This is book number 9, and this is a donated book. So definitely a cool book here. So I wanted to make sure that I got this one in the rotation. Here's a really cool one. This is Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos number 59. This is book number 10. Next up, an Amazing Spider-Man book 74, book number 11. And then the very last book is Wolverine number 50, and this is book number 12. So there you have it. Those are some of the books that are going to be given away as part of Trivia Night. And certainly, if you have any issues, questions, comments, or thoughts, don't hesitate to reach out to me at Regie Collects on Instagram and RegieCollects@gmail.com. Take care.